The shocking reasons why garlic is essential for your health after 60. You know, I never thought I'd be standing here telling you about garlic of all things. But let me tell you something that might shock you. At 72, I feel better than I did at 65, and I owe a lot of that to this humble little bulb. You heard me right. Garlic. That pungent little thing sitting in your kitchen might just be the most underrated superfood for us seniors. Today, I'm going to share something that my doctor reluctantly admitted changed my health dramatically. The pharmaceutical companies don't want you to know this, but after 60, garlic becomes almost essential for our bodies. Let me tell you why. When I turned 60, my blood pressure reading started climbing. My cholesterol was through the roof. My joints ached every morning, and my memory? Well, let's just say I was calling my grandson by my son's name more often than not. Sound familiar? I tried everything the doctors prescribed. Pills that gave me side effects worse than the problems they were supposed to fix. Then my neighbor Martha, sharp as a tack at 85, told me her secret, garlic, every day, and not those odorless supplements. Real fresh garlic. I was skeptical, of course. How could something so simple make a difference when all these expensive medications weren't helping? But I decided to give it a try. What did I have to lose? That was 7 years ago, and I'm here to tell you, the results were nothing short of remarkable. First, let's talk about what happens to our cardiovascular system after 60. Our arteries naturally begin to stiffen. Plaque builds up. Blood pressure increases. Heart disease becomes our #1 threat. But garlic contains compounds that fight back against all of this. The allicin in garlic, that's what gives it that strong smell, helps reduce cholesterol and lower blood pressure. It's like nature's own little heart medication, but without the side effects of dizziness, fatigue, or worse. Within just 3 months of adding fresh garlic to my daily routine, my blood pressure dropped from 160/95 to 135/82. My doctor was stunned. He asked what medication I was taking that he hadn't prescribed. When I told him it was just garlic, he actually wrote it down in my chart. Said he couldn't argue with results. But the benefits don't stop there. As we age, our immune systems weaken. We become more susceptible to colds, flu, and other infections. And let me tell you, there's nothing more miserable than catching a cold at our age. What used to be a nuisance in our 40s can knock us flat for weeks in our 70s. Garlic is packed with immune-boosting compounds. It's actually been used as medicine for thousands of years, long before antibiotics existed. I used to catch every bug my grandchildren brought over. Now, I haven't had a serious cold in over 5 years. When everyone around me is sniffling and coughing during flu season, I'm still up and about, working in my garden or meeting friends for coffee. My daughter jokes that I'm going to outlive her at this rate. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but I can't stand the smell of garlic or my spouse will kick me out of bed. Don't worry, I've got solutions for that too. But first, let me tell you about what garlic can do for our brains. Cognitive decline is something many of us fear more than physical ailments. Forgetting names is one thing, but forgetting your way home is terrifying. Studies have shown that the antioxidants in garlic help fight against brain aging and inflammation. They help protect brain cells from damage and death. In some studies, Garlic has even been linked to reduced risk of dementia and Alzheimer's disease. I noticed a difference in my mental clarity within about 6 months. I was remembering things better. My mind felt sharper. I was finishing the crossword puzzle again, something I'd given up a few years before. Was it just the garlic? Maybe not entirely, but it certainly seemed to help. Then there's inflammation, the silent culprit behind so many age-related issues. Arthritis, digestive problems, skin aging, you name it. Inflammation is often at the root. Garlic contains powerful anti-inflammatory compounds that help reduce this chronic inflammation throughout the body. My joints used to ache so badly in the morning that getting out of bed was a 20-minute ordeal. Now, I'm up and moving in minutes. Not like a teenager, mind you, but a far cry from where I was. And here's something you might not know. Garlic can help regulate blood sugar. For those of us dealing with diabetes or prediabetes, and that's a lot of us over 60, this is crucial. The compounds in garlic help increase insulin sensitivity and may help lower blood glucose levels. My friend Bill was able to reduce his diabetes medication after incorporating garlic into his diet regularly, always with his doctor's supervision, of course. Let's talk about how garlic might help us fight one of our biggest fears, cancer. As we age, our risk for various types of cancer increases significantly. Garlic contains compounds that have been shown in studies to have anti-cancer properties. They may help prevent the formation of cancer-causing substances in the body, boost DNA repair, and even cause cancer cell death. Now, I'm not saying garlic is a cancer cure. Absolutely not. But as part of a healthy lifestyle, it might help reduce our risk. Another benefit that surprised me was improved digestion. Many of us struggle with digestive issues as we age. Our gut bacteria changes, our digestion slows down, and constipation becomes an unwelcome, regular visitor. Garlic acts as a prebiotic, feeding the good bacteria in our gut. It helps stimulate digestion and can even help prevent intestinal infections. My lifelong battle with constipation has improved dramatically since adding garlic to my meals. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, the smell. Yes, garlic can make your breath and body odor a bit pungent. But there are ways around this. First, cooking garlic reduces the smell significantly while preserving many of the benefits. Roasted garlic is delicious and much milder than raw. Second, eating fresh parsley after garlic can help neutralize the odor. And third, there are some specially prepared garlic supplements that minimize the smell while providing many of the benefits. For maximum benefit, though, fresh is best. I crush a clove and let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes before using it. This activates the allicin, which is the main beneficial compound. Then I either mix it into my food near the end of cooking, or, if I'm feeling brave, take it with a spoonful of honey. It's not as bad as it sounds, I promise. Let me share my daily garlic routine with you. In the morning, I have a clove crushed into a little olive oil on whole grain toast. Delicious. For lunch, I might add some to my salad dressing or soup. And for dinner, it goes into almost everything, stews, vegetable dishes, you name it. I probably consume 2 to 3 cloves a day total. My doctor says that's a good amount. But a word of caution, garlic is powerful medicine. If you're on blood thinners like warfarin, you need to be careful and consult your doctor first. Garlic has natural blood thinning properties, which is generally good for heart health, but could interact with medications. The same goes if you're scheduled for surgery. You'll need to stop taking garlic supplements or eating large amounts of fresh garlic about 2 weeks before. I also want to be clear that I'm not suggesting you throw away your medications. Garlic is a wonderful complement to conventional medical care, not a replacement. I still take my prescribed medications, but I've been able to reduce some of them with my doctor's approval. Another surprising benefit I've experienced is better sleep. I used to toss and turn all night, getting up 3 or 4 times. Now I sleep more soundly. The research suggests this might be because garlic helps regulate circulation and reduce inflammation, both of which can impact sleep quality. Whatever the reason, I'll take it. Some of my friends have noticed improvements in their skin after adding garlic to their diets. The antioxidants help fight free radical damage, which contributes to wrinkles and age spots. I've noticed my skin seems more resilient and healthier, though I won't claim garlic has made me look 50 again. But combined with good hydration and sun protection, it seems to help maintain healthier skin as we age. One friend with chronic respiratory issues found significant relief after adding garlic to her diet. She used to get bronchitis every winter like clockwork. Last winter was her first without it in over a decade. Garlic has natural antibacterial and antiviral properties that can help fight respiratory infections. Now, I understand that not everyone loves the taste of garlic. If that's you, start small. Add a tiny amount to dishes where it will blend with other flavors. Garlic roasted with vegetables is mild and sweet. Or try black garlic, which is aged garlic with a molasses-like flavor that's much gentler than fresh. For those who really can't stand garlic but want the benefits, there are supplements. Look for ones with allicin potential listed on the label. This means they're formulated to produce allicin when consumed. Take them with meals to reduce the chance of digestive upset. But remember, supplements don't provide all the same benefits as fresh garlic. I also want to mention that growing your own garlic can be incredibly rewarding. It's one of the easiest plants to grow, even in containers. Plant cloves in the fall, harvest in summer. There's something special about cooking with garlic you've grown yourself, knowing exactly where it came from and that it hasn't been treated with preservatives or chemicals. One thing that's fascinating about garlic is how it's been used throughout history. Ancient Egyptians gave garlic to the slaves building the pyramids to increase their strength and endurance. During both World Wars, garlic was used as an antiseptic for wounds when antibiotics weren't available. It was even used to treat tuberculosis before modern medications were developed. Our ancestors knew something that modern science is just now confirming. I've found that making a habit of incorporating garlic into my meals has made me more mindful of my overall diet. When you start paying attention to one aspect of healthy eating, it often leads to other positive changes. I'm eating more vegetables now than I did a decade ago, more whole grains, fewer processed foods. The garlic was just the beginning of my journey toward better nutrition in my senior years. Speaking of nutrition, let's talk about the nutritional profile of garlic beyond the beneficial compounds we've discussed. Garlic is rich in manganese, vitamin B6, vitamin C, selenium, and fiber. These nutrients become even more important as we age. Manganese and selenium are crucial for antioxidant function in our bodies. Vitamin B6 helps with brain function and the formation of red blood cells. We need these nutrients more than ever in our 60s, 70s, and beyond. Sometimes I make what I call my longevity dressing: crushed garlic, extra virgin olive oil, lemon juice, and a touch of honey. I use it on salads, as a marinade for fish or chicken, even drizzled over vegetables. It combines garlic with other foods known to promote health and longevity. It's delicious and makes me feel like I'm doing something good for my body with every bite. Now, I want to address something important. There's a lot of misinformation out there about miracle foods and quick fixes. Garlic isn't magic. It's not going to suddenly transform your health overnight. What it offers is a gentle, consistent support to your body's natural processes. Combined with other healthy habits, regular movement, good sleep, stress management, and a generally nutritious diet, it can help create significant improvements over time. I've noticed that since I started feeling better physically, I've become more active socially too. When you feel good in your body, you're more likely to say yes to that lunch invitation or that dance class. I'm more engaged with life now than I was a decade ago, and that's perhaps the greatest benefit of all. Some of my friends have asked if taking garlic supplements is just as good as eating fresh garlic. The research suggests it's not quite the same. When we crush or chop fresh garlic, it creates a chemical reaction that produces allicin, which is unstable and begins to degrade quickly. Many supplements can't replicate this process effectively. That said, certain high-quality supplements have been shown to provide some benefits, particularly for cardiovascular health. If you go the supplement route, look for products standardized for allicin potential and from reputable companies. One of my favorite ways to enjoy garlic is in a traditional Mediterranean dip called scordalia. It's made with garlic, potatoes or bread, olive oil, and almonds. It's absolutely delicious on vegetables or whole grain crackers and provides a powerful dose of garlic's goodness along with other healthy ingredients. The Mediterranean diet in general is known for its health benefits for seniors, and garlic is a cornerstone of that eating pattern. I've also found that fermenting garlic increases its benefits. Fermented black garlic is made by fermenting whole bulbs at low heat for several weeks until they turn black and develop a sweet, molasses-like flavor. This process increases the antioxidant content and makes it even gentler on the digestive system. You can buy black garlic or make it yourself if you're patient. For those of us dealing with seasonal allergies, garlic may offer some relief there too. Its anti-inflammatory properties can help reduce the body's overreaction to allergens. I used to dread spring with its pollen and flowers. Now I still sneeze occasionally, but the debilitating sinus headaches and congestion are a thing of the past. Another area where I've noticed improvement is in my energy levels. Fatigue is common as we age, and there can be many causes. But improved circulation, better sleep, reduced inflammation, and enhanced immune function, all benefits associated with garlic consumption, naturally lead to better energy levels. I'm not running marathons, but I can keep up with my grandchildren for at least part of the day now. One question I get asked frequently is whether garlic supplements or products labeled odorless are effective. Some processes used to reduce garlic's odor can also reduce its beneficial properties. However, aged garlic extract has shown promise in research studies, and doesn't cause the same breath issues as fresh garlic. It's a good alternative if the smell is absolutely a deal breaker for you. I believe that part of aging well is being open to new information and willing to try new approaches. When my doctor first suggested I might be having side effects from some of my medications, I was resistant to the idea of trying alternatives. I thought, this is just how it is when you get older. But that's not necessarily true. Yes, our bodies change, but we have more control over how we feel than we might think. As seniors, we often face a lot of contradictory health advice. Take this supplement, avoid that food, do this exercise, but not that one. It can be overwhelming. What I appreciate about garlic is its simplicity and its long history of use. Humans have been consuming garlic for thousands of years. It's not a fad or a trendy superfood that will be forgotten next year. I want to emphasize again the importance of talking to your healthcare provider before making significant changes to your diet or supplement regimen, especially if you're on medications. What works wonderfully for one person might not be appropriate for another. We're all unique, with different health histories and needs. For those who cook for others who may not appreciate garlic's pungency, there are ways to incorporate it more subtly. Adding whole cloves to soups or stews and removing them before serving imparts some flavor and benefits without overwhelming the dish. Roasting garlic dramatically mellows its flavor, and using garlic-infused oils can be another option, though these should be properly prepared and stored to prevent botulism risk. I've found that since incorporating more garlic into my diet, I actually crave less salt and sugar. My taste buds seem more alive, more responsive to natural flavors. This has been an unexpected but welcome side effect, as reducing sodium and sugar intake is important for heart health and diabetes prevention. Some of my friends have reported improvements in long-standing fungal infections after increasing their garlic consumption. Garlic has natural antifungal properties that can help combat conditions like athlete's foot or fungal nail infections when used both internally and externally. One friend makes a garlic oil that she applies to affected areas with remarkable results. It's worth noting that not all garlic is created equal. Studies have found significant variations in the beneficial compound content of garlic, depending on where and how it's grown. Generally, locally grown, organic garlic that hasn't been irradiated will have higher levels of beneficial compounds. The purple-striped varieties often have more allicin than the pure white ones. I've learned that the way you prepare garlic matters tremendously. Crushing or chopping it and letting it sit for 10 to 15 minutes before heating it allows the allicin to form. Adding garlic to very hot oil immediately after chopping doesn't allow this process to happen. It's a small change in cooking technique that can make a big difference in the health benefits you receive. As I wrap up, I want to share one final thought. Taking control of your health as you age is empowering. Making simple, sustainable changes, like adding garlic to your meals, can have profound effects on how you feel day to day. Don't underestimate the power of these small choices, repeated consistently over time. So there you have it. The shocking truth about why garlic might just be essential for your health after 60. It supports heart health, boosts immunity, fights inflammation, helps maintain brain function, assists with blood sugar regulation, aids digestion, and may even help reduce cancer risk. All from a humble bulb that costs less than $1 at the grocery store. I encourage you to give it a try. Start small if you're not used to the flavor. Be patient. Some benefits take time to manifest. Keep a journal of how you feel as you incorporate more garlic into your routine. You might be surprised at the changes you notice. And remember, the goal isn't just to live longer, it's to live better, with more energy, more clarity, and more joy in each day. That's what I've found, and I believe you can too. Thank you for letting me share my experience with you today. If there's one thing I've learned in my 72 years, it's that it's never too late to make positive changes. Here's to your health, your happiness, and maybe just a little more garlic in your life.